Alright, guys. It is that time of the year. The 5th year anniversary for Global Dokkan starts in 2 days. I've been waiting for this for about 3 months now. I've been waiting. I'm excited. Now, real quick, I do want to stress that the banners for LR Vegito and LR Gogeta do not come out until the 9th. But all the content, all the EZAs, all the new story events, all that should release on the 7th. I hope that people who have saved are, because I have saved a little bit. I have about 250, I have 235 studs right now. Plus, if you do all the new story events, everything that's going to come out during the 5-year anniversary, it was said that you're gonna get about 800 if you do all the events. That is nice. Now this video, I'm probably just gonna go over, probably just the 2 best units in the game, the banners, and what's gonna happen during the 5-year anniversary. Without further ado, I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm excited. So simple. At the very first, January 7th, all these come out. The LR Zamasu, the EZA Saiyans, the Whis event. So they're going to introduce equipment to the game. That's big. So there's going to be a new boss rush. So that's a free 35 stones for completing that. There's 2 new stages of Infinite Dragon Ball history. The Dragon Ball Super Broly one and the Future Trunks Saga one. That's some good stones and also just a good event to have. And the Frieza, so which you get some other free goodies from. Those like stones, Dozing Kais, and a few other things. Obviously the Saiyans. Oh yeah, forgot. You obviously get the Blue Goku, so anniversary login unit. He's an alright little unit, but he's just cool to have. There's also all of these. I don't... did you get these from logging in? I thought you got them from the coin shop. I'm not sure. Here they are. So you have the Gogeta. Obviously, the Gogeta awakens from this event. The Gogeta awakens from this event. And they do come with 2 banner units. The Trunks Amazing of Vegeta's banner, brought in Gogeta and his banner, and they awaken from their events. Virtual... Oh! Yep. There's gonna be a new stage of Ultimate Clash. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So there's gonna be a new stage of that. Oh. Hold on, sorry. I didn't know it resets where you were. Alright, whatever. Alright. And then all of these events get EZA, so obviously this guy, the LR Zamaji's an EZA, he's insane. These 2 are also very good units. I would, if you are able to grind them up, I would recommend EZAing them. There's no reason not to, so they're solid units to have in your box. Alright, now the Part 2 banner, LR Broly, Chile, and Lemo, Beret, LR Rose, Insane. His EZA era to EZA him, and I think that's the Future Truck stage of the Infinite Dragon Ball history. Okay. So that's a beer. So this is after the 5-year anniversary. Alright. So, now, I'm just gonna go over what so many people have been saving for and just how good. Alright, so right here we have in my opinion, the best unit in the game, LR Blue Vegito. So, Last Resort of Potara, category KT 150%. That's a dumb leader skill. So Last Resort is one of the best in the game. Potara is a top tier category as well. Like alright, that's just an insane leader skill. He raises attack, which is nice, because what? He has 4 turns of being in this state. And for those turns, or if you get him on like 1 or 2 rotations, you can get some attack buffs, so before you go blue. And these attack buffs will stay permanent, so that's essentially an extra 30% attack for the entire rest of the fight, which is nice to have. His fastest skill when his base form, technique with 7%. Oh, not bad. Key 3 when attacking, that's helpful. And he has a guaranteed additional that has a 25% chance of being an extra super. And he has a 50% chance to dodge if he's the 3rd attacker in the turn. Transform 4th turn, that is a great transformation condition. You couldn't ask for a better one. Solid. All of his links were good except Brainiac's. Every single one of his links are common and or good. It's like, but Brainiac's is not common. His teams, every single one of his teams is a top tier team. Realm, Potara, listen, all these teams are insane to run him on. He's viable on every single one. Now, obviously, once he transforms, he becomes this god. So, his 12 key is Vegeto's Sword. He has a 30% buff to his SI damage, and then he gets a 30% defensive raise for that turn. And then his 18 key, he just gets a 30% defensive raise. Now, what does his passive skill do? Attack and defense 77%. He gets key 2 at the start of the turn. Oh, no, hold on. I read that wrong. He has attack defense 77% at the start of the turn, so my bad. And then key 2. Launches a... Alright, now this is the reason why I have him above the Gogeta, because he gets a guaranteed additional super, which means he gets an extra defensive buff. Gogeta has a guaranteed additional normal. So just a basic attack. It's not a super. So that's why I have Vegito higher. Because, yeah, Vegito 90% of the time won't do as much damage, but he's better defensively. Because he gets that additional super. Now, and then he gets +1 key and attack and defense 7% every time he attacks. And remember, he does get an additional, so this happens. So every turn he's going to have at least 2, which means he gets 14% per turn, essentially. Unless you KO a unit with a first attack. So that helps him build this max up better. And by the way, this is a misconception. This is not attack and defense 144%. If that was the case, this guy, he would still be great, but he wouldn't be as good. Because look, he's an LR, so his stats are obviously much higher than like a TUR. So, his attack and defense 77% is amplified on top of these, right? Obviously his attack and defense right here. But this is not stacked on to this as well. This is stacked on to whatever his stats are after this is already on. And that's what makes this unit so godly. Is because, like, his LR stats multiplied or amplified by this, and then that stat is amplified by another of that. That's insane. Now he only, make sure that you know this, they only build up as the first or second attacker in the turn, so if they're in the third turn, so they won't, like, you know, raise their attack and defense by 7%. And he does give himself key, which is obviously insane. And as a third attacker in the turn, he gets a guaranteed additional super and then a 50% to evade. They do have an active skill. It's just like the LR Super Saiyan 4s. It's just like a big hit, or LR Gohan and Goten. So he gets he gets an extra 50% damage multiplier when doing this attack. Final Kamehameha, by the way, causes ultimate damage, can be activated when facing one enemy whose HP is 50% or less. So by that, it's like meant to be used as like a finishing hit, you know? That's why it's 50% or less. And then he can do this. He can do this if their HP is 50% or less, starting from the turn after he goes into blue. And he gets 2 new links, which are pure upgrades. Because look, Saiyan Warrior Race and Brainiacs, I mean, Saiyan Warrior Race is alright, and Brainiacs is not that good. But then he gets Kamehameha, which is a lot more common, and Super Saiyan, which is an insane link. Like, it's insanely common. And that is about it for Vegito. I think this guy's better, but you cannot go wrong with either. But I will say also, Vegito's banner is better. I'm going to get into their banner in a minute, but I also want to go over Gogeta. So, let's get into Gogeta. Now, Gogeta, he is Last Resort or Fusion. Now, the Potara category is definitely a bit better than the Fusion category, but the Fusion is still a great category. So, obviously, both their leader skills are godly. Gogeta's super attack effect, none special, he just raises attack, as does Gogeta. So then again, so if you get these, so that's a 30% buff for the whole battle or fight, which is good. 70% same as Gogeta. Okay. And he gets key 3 when attacking and launches a guaranteed additional, and it has a 25% chance of giving a super. And by the way, I forgot to mention this earlier. That could help, obviously, because if you get a bit lucky, you get that 25% chance to get an additional super. That's another attack raise. Very helpful. And then, same thing as with Vegito, as a third attacker on the turn, has a 50% chance to dodge. Now, the fusions, whenever they're in this form, so they're kind of meant to be used in that third slot. And then after they go blue, then you leave them on rotation, and then you let them just go off. Alright. Fourth turn, same. Oh, yeah. If you don't know, Vegito is Tech, and Gogeta is STR, or Strength and Technique. So, now, I'd say, yeah, I'd say Gogeta's link set is probably better, but it honestly, alright, it doesn't matter, but let's go with him. Saiyan Warrior Race Fuse Fighter, Now, Gogeta has prepared for battle in his base form state, which is very helpful to make him fit on more teams. So this helps him fit in on a lot more teams. So I'll say that. Over to Flash, Kamehameha, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Obviously, all his links are insane. Great links. He has a good key. Obviously, over to Flash, Power, and Fuse Fighter. But key will never be an issue for these guys because they give themselves key already. As long as they have one of these three active and this, they will not struggle at all to cut their supers. Gogeta, what's the difference? Yeah, Gogeta is missing Time Travelers and Future Saga, but he gets Movie Heroes instead. And Fusion, obviously, instead of Katara. So yeah, by the way, all of Gogeta's categories are also top tier. All of these categories are insanely good. Same thing, 4th turn, he goes into this form. Oh, by the way, if you do pull Gogeta, make sure, because this story event will be out, so make sure to get his free super attack instead of using Kai, so make sure to do this. That's his free super attack instead of having to use your Elder Kais on him. Now Gogeta. Raise attack and defense for 1 turn, same as Vegito, or raise his defense. Now, attack and defense 77%. He gets key 5. Alright, now this is the difference. Vegito, he gets key 2, but he builds up to 5. So after he gets that key, he builds up to 5. Now Gogeta just gets key 5. And he launches an additional attack. Now see, it doesn't say additional super, so he only gets an additional normal. Keep that in mind. That's why I think Vegito was better in the end. Alright. And he's the same thing as Vegito, attacking at 7% up to 77%. That's still amplified on top of his already amplified stats. Now the difference between Vegito and Gogeta is Vegito gets a guaranteed additional super, and Gogeta is attacks effective against all types. Now Gogeta will do more damage thanks to this, but he's also worse defensively due to not getting that extra guaranteed defensive raise for the turn. Attacks effective against all types is obviously an insane ability to have. It makes you able to hit so many units, or so many other types, so much harder. Now, he only gets that as the first or second attack for the turn. I mean, and obviously he only builds up as the first or second attack for the turn. Now, in the 3rd slot, he does get a guaranteed additional super and a 50% chance of dodge. I will say that, but you want to leave these two on rotation. You want to leave them on rotation because obviously you want them to build up, and also they're just too good to leave off rotation. Now, Gogeta's super attack, or not super attack, active skill is the ultimate Kamehameha. So greatly raises attack and can be done enemy 50% or less from the turn after he goes blue. Now Gogeta goes from Saiyan Warrior race and prepared for battle to Super Saiyan and Warrior Gods. Pretty good buffs, I would say. Prepared for battle, it would be kind of nice not to lose that, but it also helps him do more damage, so can't complain. These 2 units are the top 2 units in the game. They are so good, so insane. I will be summoning for Vegito, because my box would need it more, and his banners is better. Speaking of banners, let's get into that. So, these are the 2 banners right here. These will come out on the 9th, remember that. Let's go over Gogeta's banners first. So, we have LR Gogeta, the Bardock Gine that I went over a minute ago. LR Cell, so, a very good unit. Broly, insanely good. TUR Blue Gogeta, very good. LR Super Gogeta, insanely good. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, meh. Gogeta, meh. Now, Janemba is obviously insane because he does ECA, so he's good. Like, this is still one of the better banners in the history, but it just doesn't compare to Gogeta's banner. So, or not Gogeta's banner, but Vegeta's banner, my bad. LR Gogeta, Trunks and Mai, LR Gohan, who is still like a top 5 unit in the game, top 7 at least. Now, so these banners have parallels. LR Gohan is the parallel to LR Cell, although LR Gohan is 3 times better than LR Cell. Broly and Gogeta are parallels to Zamasu and Trunks, I will say that Trunks is definitely better than the Gogeta and the Broly. Zamasu, I'm not sure if if he would be better than Broly or Broly or Gogeta, but it's close. Like, these three are just better than their counterparts, I would say. If not, it's close. Except the Tech Trunks is definitely better than Gogeta and the Broly, though, for sure. Trunks is insane. Alright, this is the one unit on the banner that just kind of sucks. Super build, we just go as Godly, transformation boost 150%. But besides that, like, him as a unit, he's not very good. There are rumors that they're gonna replace him with SDR Cooler, because SDR Cooler was not on the Bears banner, which would make this banner, that would make this banner, it's already the best banner in the game, but it would just make it a lot better. But that probably won't happen because they've never changed an anniversary banner up to this point, so the chances of that are low, but it is possible. And LR Super Vegito, insane. Physical Super Vegito, pretty good. Tech Zamasu, great. And Physical Vegito Blue, probably the #1 TUR in the game if you count Easy A's. This guy is stupid good. So yeah, I think the Vegito banner is better, but honestly, summon on whichever one your box would need more. But like if you're just starting though, definitely needs to do the Vegito banner. And real quick, I should go over the part 2 of the 5th year anniversary banner. LR Broly and LR Goku Black. That's all you really need to know about. All these other units are just average, if not bad. Yeah. You know what? Here. I should go over those 2 units. Because they are a part of the 5th anniversary, and that's what this banner's about. If like you're not exactly sure, so what's coming up, I'm just filling everyone in who watches this, essentially, because this is hype. Obviously, this is the biggest celebration in the game, so it only happens yearly, so you know. Movie bosses. Alright, so LR Rose, which I do think is superior to these two. Future Saga Key for 130%. His duty skill is not the best, but that's not like you can run him as a leader, but it's preferable not. His super attack, he just greatly reduces the defense on both, which is nice. Attack and defense 66%, plus an additional attack 60% per key meter bar, up to 120%. So I believe that's what's each key. You get 6% up to 120, which this guy can hit so hard if you get a lot of those. And he gives himself some key every time he finishes off a phase or an opponent, up to 6. Recovers 6% at the HP at end of turn in which attack was received. I believe that means if he gets hit, he heals a little bit health, which is helpful. He has the rage mode, which essentially sort of means he cannot take damage, and it's essentially just he cannot take damage, and he deals free damage for like a few turns. Link skill is actually really good. Super Saiyan, Fear and Faith coming out. Dismal feature. Big Bad Bosses, which is 25% attack and defense. Oh my gosh. First battle, legendary power. This guy is one of the hardest hitting units in the game. He does so much damage. And he has Fear and Faith and Dismal feature for Ki, but after you finish off an opponent once, you shouldn't really have to worry about Ki at all. Every single one of his categories are at least solid. Realm, Potara, Future Saga, Time Trials, and Kamehameha are top tier. And Exploder Rage and Inhuman, I hate that name, Inhuman Deeds are pretty good. LR Rosade is an insane unit, still probably a top 10. Broly, Chio, and Limo movie bosses, Key 4, 130, or physical 100. So, and this guy is extreme and 100%. This guy greatly resists defense and lowers attack on his 12th key, and on his 18th key, greatly resists attack and defense for 130. Now this passive is so weird to read and like, but I'm gonna do my best here. Attack and defense 50% per key sphere obtained, plus an additional attack and defense 5%, and key 2 per key sphere obtained with 2 or more physical key spheres obtained. All allies attack 39% with 2 or more AGL or SDR key spheres obtained. All allies defend 39% with 2 or more Tech or Int key spheres obtained. Evades enemy attack, including super attack, with 7 or more key spheres obtained. Oh. They're an insane unit, but I wouldn't say that they're better, especially because they are a bit more reluctant on key. But honestly, I would say don't summon on their banner at all, because it's not very good. Link Seals, Brainiac's not that good. Solid Support, meh. Cold Judgment, meh. Big Boss is insane. Shocking Speed, good. First Battle, good. Their power, good. The other issue is that they're only on 2 teams. Joy Forces, Movie Bosses. Obviously, both those teams are pretty good. Actually, no, they're very good, but only 2 teams kind of suck, especially compared to Android Blaze, a lot more teams. Alright, so I believe that is all I need to go over. Good luck summoning. I might do a summoning stream for the Vegito banner after I build up some studs from doing all the new events and some easy A's and all that, and also after they give out top grossing and all that. Thank you all for watching. Have a great 5th year anniversary. Bye, guys.